Welcome to Living in Beauty. It's Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, day 1612 on the road, and we are on Alabama's Gulf of Mexico. Aging gracefully is the last thing on our minds. Life is too full of splendor to focus and agonize over wrinkles and thinning hair. And we'll never give up our big boy and big girl genes. The ebb and flow of 20 to 40 pounds is the destiny of migratory beasts as we press on through fertile craft beer country like Colorado, and then forge through dry brew wastelands like Utah, until we finally reach the golden suds of California. Feast or famine, it's all part of living in the wild. It's futility to fuss over the inevitable effects of aging, unless it's about beauty. Our 2001 30-foot Airstream. Beauty gets everything. Spa days, makeovers, glitter, massages. She's 20 years old, and almost every day an admirer declares she looks brand new. Her good looks can be attributed to excellent Airstream genetics. An estimated 60 to 80% of Airstreams ever made are still on the road. Keeping beauty in tip-top condition is our pride and joy. So when beauty needs something, it's no big deal. We hop to. 5 years ago, before we were shiny trailer people, we had no idea a machine was about to wrap us around her little hitch ball and take us for the ride of our lives. 20 years is old for any vehicle. Of course, beauty doesn't feel old until she catches a glimpse of her reflection. In December 2000, when she was first towed off the assembly line, she was as firm as an Olympian. Now, if you know what to look for, her bones show where they didn't before, and she has hail marks that look like cellulite on her butt. Age takes a toll, and time marches on and all that, but her battle scars inflicted by tree limbs, extreme weather, and the rigors of the road are all part of the story. Meanwhile, I spend a lot of time fixing stuff. But that's always been my life. My dad ran a black and white television repair shop from our home in the late 50s to the early 60s, where I helped him fix stuff most folks thought were unfixable. My mom was the family's automobile mechanic, from the Plymouth in the 50s to the Corona 70s. I helped her do oil changes, replace radiator hoses, alternators, and engine tune-ups. The National Cities Boy Club Metal and Wood Shop kept me busy in my youth. And in the early 60s, a career in slot cars taught me skills in soldering, design, plastic molding, electronics, propulsion, artistic airbrush painting, and electric motor mechanics. Achieving a Bachelor of Arts in Industrial Technology with an emphasis in design, graphics, electronics, photography, and construction was so easy for me, it was like cheating. But even though I can address most of beauty's smaller issues, many of the serious repairs and upgrades are beyond my current tool set or my skill set. And sometimes I just need an extra set of hands or two. That's when we pay a visit to Vinnie Lamica. So in late August, we pulled out of Tahoe and headed south toward Wilton, California, to Vinnie's North Bay Airstream Repair for our annual appointment for fixes and upgrades. As always, when we arrive to Vinnie's North Bay Airstream Repair, the grounds are even more beautiful. Upon arrival, we inspected an overwhelming assortment of parts and supplies, which we had shipped to Vinnie ahead of time. It was hard to imagine how we'd get all these jobs done within our appointment time frame, but Vinnie seemed confident. Early the next morning, Vinnie hitches Beauty and parks her in the bay. The first key repair is to replace the leaky 20-year-old freshwater tank. We had to remove the leaky old freshwater tank, and we held our breath, hoping the new tank would fit into the existing pan. It fit perfectly. We attached the existing water lines and then tested for leaks. Then installed the new tank under the trailer. While we were deep in the bowels of the Airstream, reattaching all the freshwater tank hoses, we decided to replace the old water pump with a new SureFlow Revolution water pump. The new freshwater tank didn't have built-in sensors to monitor the water level from the inside. So we updated the system with the new Garnet Sea Level Tank Monitoring System, which uses sensors mounted on the outside of the tank to determine the water level inside. It also monitors the gray tank, black tank, and the propane tank levels, all in one monitor. Every night, Vinny towed Beauty back to our glamping site in the willows beside the pond, about 30 yards from his shop, so we could sleep in our own bed and be fresh in the early morning for another day in the shop. Since the 20-year-old hot water heater had twice malfunctioned, causing the carbon monoxide alarm to sound, probably saving our lives, we wisely decided to replace it with a new updated model, a Dometic Atwood 6-gallon water heater. Evidence of a water leak appeared from somewhere in the bow of the Airstream, so we asked Vinny to perform his air pressure process to locate any and all leaks. First, he installs a massive Sealtech contraption inside the Airstream that generates high air pressure inside the trailer. Then, using soap and water, he finds all the areas where bubbles are forming from the leak. Seeing a huge bubble, he discovers a leak is from a worn-out window seal. So we installed a new seal around the entire window. For the next few repairs, we had to remove the furniture. It takes about an hour for Carmen and I to perform this task. We've lost count how many times we've done this, but it's a good exercise. When the floor is cleared, we get to reorganize and deep clean the entire trailer. We found a lot of Colorado and Utah dust. Now that the leak has been found and sealed, we need to replace the water-damaged flooring. We anticipated this years ago when we purchased the cork flooring, so Vinny had plenty of material. As usual, he made it look easy to install the new pieces and tighten up a couple of floor panels which had shifted slightly. Carmen cleaned the area for the new Battleborn lithium batteries. The old, failing AGM batteries had to be removed, along with the old battery boxes. The new lithium batteries weigh half that of the old AGM batteries. Lithiums weigh 31 pounds, while AGMs weigh 62 pounds. As part of the battery upgrade, we installed the Victron Battery Monitor Kit for the lithium batteries, which uses a Bluetooth connection to one of our iPhones. This panel informs us of the details, activity, and storage of the lithium batteries. In real time, we can monitor the battery's voltage, percentage of charge, and current amperage drain, as well as history and trends. This new Victron monitoring system marries beautifully with our 3-year-old Blue Sky solar panel monitor. The Blue Sky informs us of the amount of energy coming from the sun to the lithium batteries. We've had some problems with our gray and black tank valve area, but Vinny has a hack for that. He improved our ability to empty the black tank by shortening the valve lever. Some serious patching was necessary to close large holes left open from the previous repair we had done in Ohio, which invited critters into our trailer. It's been quite a year for home invasions. One day, in Steamboat Springs, Carmen interrupted a chipmunk that was thoughtfully perusing our fruit basket. Hopefully that's the end of that. We replaced the malfunctioning toilet, even though it was only 2 years old. It had a loose flush ball, and replacement was easier and more economical than repair. While Vinny addressed other jobs for his growing list of clients, he guided me as I installed the toilet, saving on labor costs. Since we've been saving so much money by eating at home this year, I decided to splurge. So Vinny replaced all the chrome strips to give our beauty a bit more shine. Our air conditioner is 20 years old and still functions properly, But we installed the Micro Easy Start Soft Starter to help the air conditioner start with less energy. The kit includes a computerized analysis system to help protect the air conditioner's compressor. And then our last repair. 2 weeks before our appointment, someone did a hit and run while we were legally parked in the Paso Robles suburbs. By the appearance of the dent, it looked like a truck with a load of 2x4s backed into her. We didn't have time for the 2 to 3 day, $2,750 repair, and Vinny had a yard full of Airstreams waiting for their turn for repairs, ceramic coatings, and new Airstreamers waiting for tow lessons, and others waiting to buy beautiful pre-owned Airstreams. So he just popped the dent out. Took him 5 minutes. No big deal. He's a wonder. Now, the more we live with this battle scar, we are accepting it as part of the story. And it is a reminder to avoid parking near intersections where an oversized vehicle might attempt a U-turn. Every time Beauty leaves Vinny's Bay for another year, another journey, another fresh start, we wonder if this will be our victory lap. That last hot August night, just a few miles away, Carmen and I went out to celebrate the end of a successful week at the Tilted Mash Brewing Company. And we raised a toast to Vinny, the Dream Maker. Thank you for joining us at Living in Beauty. If you like this post and want to be notified when a new one is released, please enter your email address and click the follow button at the bottom of this page. For more information, check out our travel maps and facts. Okay, that's it for now. Safe travels, and see you next time.